Hi friends! Welcome back to Brilliant Blue Reviews. My name is Heather, and in tonight's video I'm going to be giving you my review of the movie The Amateur. This is a thriller, kind of a spy thriller, that stars Rami, Malek, Laurence Fishburne, Rachel Brosnahan, and a pretty good supporting cast, including Julianne Nicholson, who I haven't seen in a while, and I actually really liked her in this. It's rated PG-13. The main reasons for that, I think, are mostly like action violence. There's a few like hand-to-hand combat scenes that are kind of intense. It's a revenge plot, basically. So, you know, just the like themes of that and everything, and like the whole spy thing, I guess. There wasn't any nudity or sexual content. There also, gosh, I don't even know if there was any profanity. Yeah, so it'd mainly just be like the action violence and the like perilous situations is the only reason that it's rated PG-13. I do think though that kids, even like younger teenagers, probably wouldn't like it very much because it's not necessarily the fastest pace. There were some sections that actually went kind of slow and were quieter, and I think that there's, you know, if they're not really into the whole spy thing, they might get a little bit bored. So I really think this was probably meant more for adults. I was actually surprised. I went to it by myself on a Saturday afternoon, and it was in one of the big theaters because this is a big new release and it's had a lot of promotion for the movie, but there was maybe only 10 people in there, and I was really surprised. But everybody in there was an adult, like around my age or older. I really enjoyed the movie. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked it more than I thought I would. I had kind of predicted at the beginning that there was going to be a twist at the end. The whole plot is that he's going after these guys who killed his wife. And I thought the big twist was going to be that his wife wasn't actually dead. But it's made pretty clear, even though they do not show her death, it's made pretty clear close to the beginning of the movie that she did actually die. And then she's in the movie more than you think, though, because she's kind of almost like a ghost, or like he's talking to her still while he's doing everything. And so the actor is there. She's kind of along with him through everything. And he has like memories of her and flashbacks and stuff. So she's not, you know, only in the first 5 minutes of the movie or anything like that. There was kind of an unexpected ending that I thought was really good because I was really getting to the point. I mean, it's over 2 hours long, but I was getting to the point in the movie where I was kind of like, I don't know how they're going to wrap this up. And I don't know what's going to happen to Charlie, Rami Malek's character, because like, how is his life going to continue after what's happening here? And the way they wrapped it up actually was pretty cool, and I thought was a pretty good ending. You do have to suspend your disbelief a little bit, like about the time that he goes to his boss basically and says, I want you to train me so I can go after my wife's killers and all that. It's kind of like, oh, come on. Beyond that part, I thought that it was fine. And like the rest of it, I thought was at least some, like, generally believable. Like other similar spy type thrillers that I've sometimes seen, my language skills came in pretty handy for this movie. The locations where they filmed it were actually really cool. It goes all over the place. It starts in Washington, D.C. because Charlie is an analyst, a decryption specialist. I don't know. He's like kind of a nerdy guy working in the basement of Langley, you know, but he is an employee of this Central Intelligence Agency. So it's in Virginia, Washington, D.C. area. And then it goes to London, it goes to Paris, it goes to Istanbul in Turkey, goes to Romania, and then Russia, like up near the Baltic Sea part of Russia. So it goes all those places, and it was obviously filmed on location in all of these places. And I really like that. I love travel and all of that, so I really thought that was cool. And when they're in each of those places, and the biggest one was France, when they were in France, good chunks of the dialogue are in the language of that place. Oh, they also go to Madrid. Yeah, they go to Spain too. There was a good portion of French spoken. There was a good portion of Spanish spoken. there was, I don't know, they were basically speaking English when they were in Turkey, but I don't remember if there was any Romanian, but then there was some Russian, and at the end, there was some German in there too, because one of the characters was, I think he was German. I thought they said he was South African, but I might be losing it there. Which if he was they're Afrikaner, so that's actually Dutch. I know some Dutch, not as much as I know German, but he said something that was clearly German at the end of the movie, so I don't know. But anyway, it would definitely help you if you had as much language knowledge as I do, because I could understand basically everything that they said in all of those languages except for the Russian. So, yeah, I was at an advantage there. There's some interesting dramatic stuff going on throughout the movie, and the acting is really good. I really liked Rami Malek's acting and his performance and his character. And there's another woman besides Rachel Brosnahan playing his wife. I've seen that actress before, but I can't remember what her name was. But she's in it, and what happens with her is kind of cool and interesting. Laurence Fishburne's character was really good too. And then there's this other guy who's a field agent, you know, like a spy for the CIA that's shown at the beginning, and then he comes up again later. And I don't even think they ever say what his name is. But he's kind of just an interesting little thing that they throw in there too. So overall, like, I thought it was really well done. You know, like, the acting was good. The locations were cool. The story was the thing I was kind of concerned about. And kind of to a certain point, I was still kind of like, this is dumb, you know, like, this guy wants to just go and kill these people that killed his wife. Like, what's the point of that? He's not going to feel any better. And, like, he even actually goes to therapy because he's, like, kind of sent there by the CIA. And she says, you know, if you do that, what do you think is how do you think it's going to benefit you? Is that going to make you feel better? And I think even Laurence Fishburne's character might ask him that at one point too, or somebody does. He doesn't really answer it, you know? And he kind of puts himself in a situation where it looks like there's not really going to be a future for him. Like, what's he going to, if he doesn't die in this crazy thing that he's doing, what's he going to do with his life going forward? He's obviously grieving the loss of his wife deeply. And this other woman that he meets throughout his escapades, she is also widowed. And that's interesting because they kind of have a bond a little bit because of that, because they both lost their spouse. So I was a little bit concerned about the plot and the story of the movie, but it actually turned out to be better than I was expecting. It didn't turn out to be what I was expecting, but it turned out to be better than I was expecting. Especially like the very end of it. There was surprising wisdom imparted upon the character of Charlie at the end of the film by the third and worst bad guy that he was pursuing. And that really surprised me. And not only that, but then Charlie made a decision at the end of the movie that was a really good decision. So that was kind of cool. I liked the way they wrapped it up at the end. Again, I really enjoyed this movie. I think it's worth seeing. I give it 4 out of 5 stars for The Amateur. It's in theaters now. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming movie reviews. I'm seeing another new release movie tomorrow, so there'll be a review for that coming very soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.